بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وإمام المتقين وشمس العارفين محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum. Here's your big brother Yusuf back with another video. I'm gonna try to get this in one take and keep it brief because I think that this should be like a series. You can say this is another episode of Imran Talk. So, what do I want to get in today? I was a part of a very interesting discussion earlier and about the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how to remain on right guidance in these troubling times. And so it got me to thinking about several things. And one of the things that I think deserves a little bit of clarification for the Ummah, especially for us Black Americans living in North America and United States of America, one of the things that's very important for us to understand is the place of the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the nation of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the grand scheme of things, in our characteristics, as compared to other nations in these last times. So I think most of us, if we've not been hidden under a rock, have heard narrations indicating to the following, that in the Ummah will split up into over 70 sects, let's say 73 sects, and all of them will be in the fire except for one, meaning the one that's on with the Prophet ﷺ and his companions, radiallahu ta'ala anhum wa ardahum, were upon. So I think that's an interesting point to start, and I think that this is something that we need to keep in mind. So if we take this narration on its face, and this is everything is as we assume, and there's literally 70 plus sects, ignoring the context of 70 and significance of the word 70 in the Arabic parlance, which means like an exaggerative number, like, oh, I called you 1,000,000 times, or I called you 100 times, right? They would say, well, I was looking for you 70 times. Give your brother 70 excuses. It's not necessarily taken literally, but let's take it literally. And let's say literally there are over 72 sects, and they're all in the hellfire, except for this one group. I think it's important to understand that just because there's multiplicity of groups splintering off from Islam doesn't mean that represent the majority of Muslims. We also have heard narrations indicating it to the great number of the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that shall enter Jannah on the Day of Judgment, how the group of Muslims will be as far as the eye can see, okay, and how we will be the most numerous group in Jannah, and how the Prophet ﷺ encouraged us to marry and have children so we can be plentiful, and gave us glad tidings as such. So that's indicative of how many people are actually upon right guidance. So even if we were to take the concept that there is like 72 groups right now, currently, in our times, in the year 1446 after Hijrah, or 2025 AD, and there are 72 groups that are off. These groups seem to represent a minority amongst the Muslims. We also know that the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ will not be united on misguidance. There's a great protection on the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and we have to also understand that having good adab, good opinion of the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is obligation on us, unless we have clear evidence to the contrary. So I think that's an important part to understand, that even if literally that the majority of the groups that Muslims splinter into are in hellfire, that doesn't mean the majority of Muslims are in hellfire or on part of any deviance, right? And this is something that is lost in the conversation. I think we conflate the two. The multiplicity of deviant groups in the actual impact on the number of Muslims who are on guidance. which is the vast majority of Muslims. So I think this will be a wrap for this video. Look forward to more. I look forward to discussing further and different concepts about how to remain on right guidance and what to look for. As far as how Shaitan will try to twist the words of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, twist the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us a alternative view of one another that is not in correspondence to reality or the total understanding that we get when we look at the Quran and the Hadith in this context. And Allah knows best. All right, please like, share, subscribe, share this video, give me a comment. You agree, disagree, let me know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you guys too. Peace.